remote section of the Rocky Mountains just north of Yellowstone National Park in central Montana. These are the Crazy Mountains, known to locals as the Crazies. And with a name like that, this is bound to be our craziest season ever. Right now, 16 contestants are making their way through these rugged mountains, but this is not a new experience for any of them. Over the past 4 seasons, 64 competitors have fought it out for the title of sole survivor. Now, the best of the best are coming back to do it one more time.
It's going to be more difficult than it was my first season just because it's harder players. I mean, they've all played and they all played pretty well.
I'm so excited to be back. It's a really beautiful location and it's really exciting to play with people that I've watched on the previous seasons and some people that I've played with myself. But I'm also really nervous.
After my last season where I got voted out by a draw of the stick, I'm excited to be able to be back and just be able to prove that I have what it takes to be the #1 survivor.
These are the Survivor All-Stars. There are winners.
As being the most recent winner, I think it has a bit of a target because a lot of people have seen my episodes and know how I play.
Taylor's a big threat. I know I had like a really big alliance with her last time, but I don't want to see her get as far as she did. Hopefully not very far at all.
Fan favorites.
I think the biggest thing going into this is I just have my mind on a quote by a very famous pirate. You can expect a dishonest man to be dishonest, but the honest ones, those are the ones you can't predict. No, that's not how you say it.
It's my good friend Bryce, who still digging the knife out of my back from when he stabbed me.
Early boots seeking redemption.
I can't believe I'm back. You know, it's hard. I think that I didn't perform as well as some of the other people, so I don't know if that would make me a less, threatening all-star.
And of course, notorious villains.
Try to be less cocky this season. I was saying I was going to win when I was in the final 5, 4, 3, and 2. And hey, I thought I was going to.
I have no problem screwing people over.
Have they learned from their pasts, or are they doomed to make the same mistakes again? And will old relationships come back to help them or haunt them?
I'm pretty sure Connor is still resentful toward me for losing in the final 2.
Kellen's a snake. I maintain that, and I do not want to see him.
3 days, 16 All-Stars, 1 Survivor.
You know, everyone's excited. We're just starting the game, and the first 5 seconds of the game. And it was funny too, because I'm like, just don't trip, and I just slip and fall right on my ass, and it was embarrassing. We all had a good laugh. It didn't seem like it just felt like that's not a good way to start out the game.
Everyone was so, you can just tell there's tension, like everyone just wanted to know who they were with.
All right, do you guys want to know what the tribes are?
Yes!
Well, I don't know what they are.
Okay.
Over the past 4 seasons of Survivor, we have had 64 contestants, ranging from people voted off first to winners. You guys make a good sampling up of that. I need our original winner to come forward, and I need our reigning champ to come forward.
Which is the last thing I wanted to do. is be like singled out as a former winner.
All right, Brent and Taylor, both winners of Survivor, you guys are going to have a critical role in deciding the tribes for Survivor All-Stars. What you guys will have to do, Taylor, you will divide the girls up into 2 groups of 3. Brent, you will divide the boys up into 2 groups of 4. Be careful how you divide them because you don't know what tribe you will be on. Once we have 2 groups of girls, 2 groups of boys, we'll randomly draw to make a tribe. No interaction with each other or with them. Here's a list of all the contestants. Divide up your boys and girls.
Of course, the least expected and least, wanted thing was for us to pick. It's pretty obvious. People know each other. There are people you wanted to work with. There are people that might have already made alliances.
The tribe switch up, or the tribe just pull names from Brent and Taylor's head, was really alarming because I've been doing mock tribes for like about a month now. So it's nice to know that I've had a month of summer wasted.
Being forced to divide the tribes is a little nerve-wracking. It's a position where you can make enemies right away or be very strategic right away or make people happy, so it was just really tricky because I knew there were certain people like Maggie and Martha who I didn't want them to be together, but separating them also poses a threat of being them like mad at me for separating them.
I was going through trying to match them physically, trying to split up potential alliances that I didn't like. So I split up Kellen and Connor. I don't want them working together. I tried to keep Mike Stanley away from Connor because I'm worried about him falling in with him. So it was stressful to split up the tribes, but I think I did a reasonably good job of it.
The first group of girls, Sigrid, Martha, Amanda. Second group of girls, Rachel, Shandy, and Maggie. Let's see what Brent has decided. First group of boys, Connor, Kyle, Chris, and Bryce. That means the last 4 group is Kellen, Michael, Tyson, and Darren. All right, Kellen. Reach behind you. Pull out 1. All right. You're on the Hishe tribe. Gentlemen, you guys are on the Shua tribe. Hand behind your back, Maggie. All right. You are on Shua. You guys are Hishe. Come join up with your tribe. Hishe over there, Shua over here.
They seem to have a lot more tribe unity. Like when the 2 tribes formed, their tribe was all happy and like hugging everyone and giving everyone high fives, and we were just kind of like, oh, okay, that just happened. I guess this is our tribe. So we'll see if their unity helps them or not.
Go join Shua, Taylor. Go join up. You guys can keep. You are Hishe. You are Shua.
Amanda is on the other tribe, and I don't know how many people know this, but Amanda and I have been dating for 3.5 years. So of course I want to be on her tribe, but I tried to split up potential alliances for both of us onto each tribe.
They are a couple and you just can't stick with them too long.
You guys are gonna grab your supplies from over here. Now before you grab them, because this is All-Stars, it's not gonna be easy. If you want basic necessities like a tarp, basic necessities like matches, you're gonna have to win them. Until then, you have meager supplies with a flint and steel if you really need to try to make that fire.
We don't have a tarp, so I mean, apparently we're gonna have to try to win this tarp. I don't know what happens if we don't win.
I will see you guys at the first immunity challenge. Hishe, you're gonna grab your supplies, cross the creek at the bridge, and head up that way. Shua, you'll grab your supplies, head up the road, and start looking in the vegetation to the left for your camp.
With everyone being an all-star, that's kind of a little bit nerve-wracking because everyone knows what to expect. They're not as lost in the woods.
They get a nice road, we get a walk. Are you gonna be okay? I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think people will vote out people necessarily for their physicality right in the beginning. I think strategy comes into play and people will start voting out people that really know what they're doing, are a threat that can be a threat down the road, and which just scares me a lot because I think people view me as a thinker as well as a physical threat.
I'm stuck. Secret, this was right here.
I think my strategy would be this time around, I would like not to stick with people from my season, but kind of people from different seasons, just because people have watched seasons before and they know my previous relationships with other players. So I think my strategy is just to kind of make an alliance with more diverse group of people. Oh no! I ruined our flag!
Hey, we must take our losses.
Oh, that's okay. Easily fixed.
You know, we're getting along really well. That was the one thing I noticed is like everyone's pretty likable. There are a few people that maybe not so much, but most everyone's really likable, and regardless, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna get crazy.
Well, we can't put up the shelter because we don't have a...
You don't have a shelter?
We didn't get a tarp, so it's kind of disappointing, especially if we don't get one by tonight, so that would kind of suck. But we did get some beans. I guess we'll eat those later, I guess.
We do have corn, peas, we got some bread. So I mean food we're gonna have to ration out and just stay, I guess try not to show that we're hungry.
I feel like I'm clashing. Yes.
Yeah. Why did you pick blue?
I'm
sorry.
like an American flag right
Yeah. Damn it, Kel. If I would have known Kel was gonna pick red, I would have worn a different shirt. It's always my fault.
Please, man.
Oh my.
See, you just do a continuous motion. And then...
Everyone sit around for like Amanda.
Is it okay if we call you mom?
No.
She's the mom of the truck.
I'm not that old.
Okay.
Actually, I'm probably...
Yeah, you're...
Are you older?
No, you're older than I am.
Are we the old?
Yeah, you're the
I'm
oldest.
23.
Mom.
Mike and I are the only people who aren't in that age group, and that's a potential rift.
We're a team of a lot of high school kids or kids that just graduated from high school. They could have a great alliance going. I'm trying to work my way and try to get people to vote with me, and I don't think that they care that I'm the oldest or most experienced in life. I think they're just, we got our friends.
Guys, I think they have youth on their side.
We have youth and enthusiasm.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean,
After I'm just
I don't know.
We're the old folks here. Yeah, we have youth on our
God.
side.
Could you tie it too?
Oh my god.
Make sure my hair looks good.
Do I need to walk you around too? Because you're just
you might get
struggling
lost.
today.
I've already fallen. I can't tie my bandana. It's going to be a rough season. I think the tribe's actually ended up all right. I think I hold a lot of power in this tribe, which is great for me.
As far as my tribe goes right now, I feel pretty good about it. When we were carrying stuff up to the camp, Kyle tapped my shoulder and did this. Did you mean? And I said, yeah. I like that narrative of, because Kyle and I were at such odds in the last season where I was trying to get him out and I ended up winning, but he won all these challenges. So I like the idea of working with Kyle a little bit.
Well, this time around, I actually went through, looked at all the possible contestants that could be in the show and that kind of thing. I started making notes on their strengths and weaknesses and everything, and who's likely to pair up and that kind of thing, and I think I can use that information to my advantage to strategize. But I know I can definitely work with Brent and Kyle. I know, their strengths too.
Right now.
That's something.
Well, we can't really make a camp. We don't have a tarp.
Yeah. I was really nervous going into the game because I just wanted to know who was on my tribe so I could start thinking about scenarios and who I wanted to work with. And I was hoping that they would be picked for us, but instead there was a twist and Brent and Taylor sort of divvied them up. But I'm really glad that I am with Maggie. But I was hoping to work with Martha and Amanda, and they're both on the other tribe, so that kind of sucks. And then as far as guys go, I was really hoping to work with Darren, and he's on the other tribe. So this is not necessarily looking good.
I'm hoping to talk maybe with Shandy later. I think that could be a good alliance.
I haven't even really had a private conversation with her, but I feel like I can trust Maggie 100%. We kind of like, we looked at each other walking up, and she said, you know, we need to talk sometime, and like made a point to come in and talk to me, to tell me that. So I don't know, I feel like I can trust her probably 100%.
Yeah, that would be a really good spot. I was gonna say, when we win our tarp, we want to string it between these two trees here and have it come out this way.
Let's see, Chris Abbey. He's quite the character. I don't know if I can last 3 days with him. I know that he's easy to use for a vote, but I don't think I can take 3 days with him, so I'm probably gonna have to try to get him out pretty quick here so it doesn't ruin our tribe.
Yeah. 8 of us, in worst case scenario, I'm used to sleeping outside. So,
all right.
We'll hold you to it.
Right now, Chris is a little irritating. I know that's not a good reason to vote somebody out, but I just have a feeling he won't last long.
What's that? They saw a bear over that way?
Okay, no need to scare me.
He gets on your nerves somewhat.
I am also a burger rotation specialist, we'll call it. So much cooler. And I'm an event DJ on the side.
Chris Abbey. And I don't know though. I mean, if he's willing to vote with me, you can't throw away a guaranteed vote. At least not this early in the game.
You need the
Good luck.
Everything else is wet too.
Yeah,
Yeah, like all the stuff on the ground is wet. Oh, sorry.
to, like,
Didn't mean to try to take you with me.
I just want to like burrow under this tree and make myself a little fort. Oh, that's not gonna work. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm just lost right now. So I need to do some good detective work, and I'll figure something out, I guess.
Good, got it? Oh, okay.
You got it?
Yeah. A lot heavier than I thought. A lot heavier than I thought.
I'm really happy with how the tribe's set out. I'm really happy that Taylor's on my tribe because I think I can really trust her through this. So I don't know where alliances stand right now. I know that Darren and Michael went and walked off and talked to each other, so that makes me a little nervous.
They're trying to find a log.
Yeah. Really sneaky of them.
That's good.
Just awkward everyone else go over there.
Well, Michael, I think, since he was sort of a little villainous, it'll be kind of an issue and have to pay attention. And already him and Darren kind of snuck off and got a little alliance, so the rest of us are a little aware.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I do trust you. I mean, I was nervous coming in. I didn't know like where you're stood, but to be honest, Michael made me really nervous coming in this game. He's a snake. He's proven that in his season. He lied to a ton of people. But right now, Michael and I kind of have an agreement that we're gonna work together. So, oh, Darren.
Let's go find some rocks.
Yeah, it's actually fine.
What was wrong?
She like has down by the creek. Yeah.
Oh, there are?
So
The
everyone
creek?
wants to go check it out.
The creek.
Bring some back. I don't know how big they're gonna be, but I mean,
know.
you have Kellen and Sigrid, who obviously were on the same season. They're gonna be tight, and Taylor's kind of with them too. Then you kind of have Amanda and Martha and Michael all in one area, and then you have me and Tyson, who are kind of in the middle almost. Tyson, I mean, I've known Tyson for a long time. He's a friend, so that's just clearly an alliance right there. So I think we pretty much hold the power in the tribe right now.
Darren, who is going to be a swing vote. So if Darren decides that he doesn't want to go with me, Amanda, and Martha, then we're screwed.
Oh, we need to have
Oh,
yeah,
fire.
So, rounder or flatter, do we think?
Rounder.
I just think big. The bigger they are, the better.
I think like any rock would probably.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters, just grab rock.
Kellen, he's a nice guy. He's very athletic, so I'd like to keep him for a while, but I don't really know him that well. I don't know if he would actually want to work with me, or if we did work for a while, I could see him having no problem stabbing me in the back. And Sigrid and Taylor, they're obviously close, and I've already seen multiple times them just kind of whisper to each other about what's going on. So obviously, that's an alliance. If I can, I want to break up right away.
Right now, there is a certain level of nervousness I have for every single person. More so, I think, for Darren, Michael, and Tyson, just because they've been going around talking to each other. I think Amanda and Martha might have a little thing going on. I think Sigrid and Taylor probably have something going on. So it's just a matter of me kind of wiggling my way in there, because if I don't, I mean, I'm probably going soon.
I guess I'd have to say the most person I trust right now would be Darren right now. So, because we're planning to get to at least the merge together, and then we'll go from there.
High schoolers. They're gonna all see me together. Yeah. Michael, Martha, obviously gonna be together. Yeah. Where's that leave us?
But I mean, either way, Tyson and I really hold the power as of now, and we can do whatever we want.
If we lose a challenge, we'll talk about what we want. Sound good? Sounds good to me.
He's coming back, I'll head up.
Well, guys, here we are.
Yeah, it's like I'm doing this again. What?
It's been sort of awkward.
We'll get him.
And I don't know if that's because like the high schoolers don't really know any of us, or that they're aware that, you know, that maybe Rachel and Connor think I don't want to work with them.
So yeah, I'm Shandy. I actually live in California now. I teach French. That's my story.
A little awkward at camp, but it always is, so.
I think there's been a real hesitancy on anyone's part to like walk off, and you don't want to be that person that's scheming right off the bat. So no one has really broken away. We've just been sitting in this big stupid circle, which kind of frustrates me because I'm not here to make friends this time. I'm here to play the game, and I want to be able to break people off. But no one will call that bluff yet. Everybody wants to just, oh yeah, we're sitting in a circle and nobody's scheming yet, which is bullshit.
Been here.
I feel like we're just gonna end up talking about past seasons.
I know.
That's all That's what we like. Not really too sure. Like everyone's pretty up in the air. Like I don't really know too many people. There's only one person from my season here, and they're not on my team, so it's kind of a little tricky to read people right now.
Names?
Pop quiz here. Brent, Connor, Rachel, Shandy, Taylor, Kyle, and Bryce. Or, not Taylor, Maggie. I knew that! I hate to say, I don't think Maggie's my biggest threat because she made it to third place, but I didn't really see her do anything either. So, you know, I might be able to team with her where she's on my tribe. You know, she's good at following people.
I think I can make a pretty good alliance with Maggie this time. She seems really nice, so I think I can get on her good side, hopefully.
I'm not looking forward to being with Rachel, but that's okay. Rachel and I had a past in last season. I guess she's nice, but she kind of was a backstabber, so I'm gonna be aware for that.
No, you got a free hand.
Okay. Yeah. And I think still I'm a little bit on the chopping block of this tribe. It's like kind of, I'm the outsider, I would feel like. So I kind of want to just go with whatever people are saying too. I don't want to be throwing ideas out there if they're not what other people want.
Oh my God!
I need my second hand.
All right, disband.
It's over, guys.
I just hope that whatever this first challenge is, we have a chance to just bring it and win it.
The first challenge is here. Time to prove what you got. What stands in your way is some running and knots. Quick thinking in the end is also key if your tribe really thinks they deserve immunity. Gathering puzzle
Let's read
pieces
the
and-
words
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, oh, like the puzzle pieces will be in the knots or something like that.
Let's not.
I'm not as depressed with my tribe, so that's good. I feel like we actually have a really good shot to win, and I might get one immunity under my belt, so pumped for that.
The other tribe came in holding hands. I was so jealous. They seem so fun, like they're having a good time. Our tribe is so boring. Nobody like talks, there's awkward silences. I want to hold hands with everyone, but I don't think I'm gonna go for that.
Welcome, Survivor All-Stars, to your first immunity challenge. How has it gone so far, Chris?
Pretty good. Got hungry, found an ant crawling on me, so I decided to eat it.
Wow, already resorting to the bugs. All right, time for your first immunity challenge. This is what you're playing for, the immunity idol. I've done it every season, I'm gonna do it again. Everyone take a little feel of it for good luck. You want this guy, you want this guy in your possession at all times. Got it. Because when you have immunity, you are safe. You do not have to go to tribal council. In addition, the winners will take home a nice big tarp and a few matches. So that is also on the line for your first immunity challenge. We're gonna bring back a classic first challenge and mix it with another classic first challenge. Here's how the game works. 5 of you will be tied together in a line. The 5 of you will run along the course until you get to a piece of wood with felt tied on it. Then you'll grab it, bring it all the way back, drop it off across the line, go out again. You're gonna do that 4 times until you have all 4 blocks on it. Then one person is gonna be your untier. It's their job to untie all the knots and make sure all the felt is off of the wood. The final 2 players will then take those felt puzzle pieces and solve a puzzle on the grid behind you. The first team to have their puzzle correctly solved wins immunity, wins a tarp, wins matches, and most importantly, will not have to vote out the first All-Star. I'll give you guys a second to decide who's gonna do what. We'll tie you up and we'll get ready to go. All right, the runners for Shua are Bryce, Maggie, Brent, Rachel, and Connor. Chris is the untier, and Shandy and Kyla are the puzzle solvers. Tyson, Darren, Sigrid, Michael, and Kellen, they're running for Hishe, with Amanda and Taylor solving the puzzle. Martha is the not untier. This is for immunity and reward. Survivors ready? Go!
Come on, guys!
Rachel getting jerked around. Shua coming back to third second. Halfway. Look at it.
You got it. I got it. Turn. Let's go.
Come on, guys, you got it. Slow and steady.
Back to third second.
You got it.
Go!
Come on.
Their last one, Touche, about 2 steps behind. Now it's going to be up to Brent and Martha to drive all the... Martha using her teeth. Oh, yeah. Okay, so those felt pieces have a piece tied in, so untiers will also untie those. Keep on, Martha. Very good, keep going.
You got a bunch of these?
Teeth ain't gonna help me.
Yeah, it is. She's ripping them off.
Nice one, Get them off. Get that point on. There's more game to be played. Taylor and Amanda are the only ones allowed to touch the pieces. Shua has one untied. Taylor and Amanda. Martha unties the last one. They're working on their puzzle. There you go, they have the note. Derek can start looking at it. Amanda and Taylor haven't figured it out yet. You're not out of this game yet.
Say it, say it.
Yeah. I think we have it.
Okay, let me see.
Oh my God!
We all pulled through really nice. I mean, we all hustled. We all did. Martha, she did a great job getting those knots out, using her teeth and stuff.
I'm gonna have to give the award to Martha. Granted, a lot of the reason why she gets that is her competition in that category was Chris, and she just demolished Chris in untying those knots. So really, she's probably MVP right now.
It's super hard because, you know, we worked our asses off. That hill was tough to get up and down, and then just to get creamed after all that hard work because we got beat bad.
Chris kind of slowed us down at the knots. I was a little upset at that. I mean, like, Martha got through them pretty easily. I don't see why he couldn't. He's a man, so whatever.
All right, Tisha. Here's the tarp and the immunity idol. You guys are safe for at least one round. Shua, I wish I had better news. Unfortunately, one of you will have the unfortunate distinction of being the first All-Star or out of Survivor All-Stars. You guys can head back to camp. I'll see you at Tribal Council.
While I was untying them, every time I try to get my teeth or my fingers worked into the twine, it would just fray in my hands. And it made 10 more tangles I had to undo, and that's what caused us to fall so far behind. I feel like I really dropped the ball there to untying the knots, you know. I thought I was stronger at it and it didn't work out. I felt really bad that I was the reason we lost the challenge, you know, and they're saying, no, don't blame you. It's not your fault. Yeah, it is. It's my fault we lost.
Well, and every time I started to grab it any way I tried to grab it, it started to fray in my fingers.
Yeah.
I made like 10 more tangles to pull it through.
Martha just started gnawing through it.
Yeah, I fear if I do that, I have such bad teeth though that they'd probably pull out. So.
Well, you don't need to lose your teeth over this.
Yeah. I think right now they're playing more of a short-term game, which I applaud them for. You know, they need to build up the tribe to be as strong as possible going into the next challenges so that they can beat the other tribe. But yes, I lost this challenge for this first challenge, but that doesn't mean I'm going to lose them all down the line. Someone else could be a reason for a loss going forward. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I would understand if you guys were to vote me off, but obviously I'd rather not do that. So,
We got back to camp and we're still in this, like, I don't know, it's like a first date, I guess, where it's like you sit there and nobody says anything, and we've had so many awkward silences. Finally it broke down and people were like, oh, let's get some firewood. And everybody knows what that means.
Should we start gathering like firewood at some point?
Yeah, we probably should. There was a bunch like down there, right? Well, I think the person who is the most at risk is Chris. And, you know, he wasn't very good at untying the knots. And honestly, I mean, it can happen to anyone that a part of the challenge, you know, you're not very good at. So I would feel kind of bad voting him out just for that.
I originally wanted to keep Chris around just.
Honestly, I did too.
Because, yeah.
I was thinking different.
I know my initial thought with Chris was that I wanted to work with him. I know that he's super loyal from what I saw in his season, and I thought maybe I could charm him over into my alliance and have his vote for quite a while. We're trying to figure out, you know, do we want to think about strength, because it is still really early in the game, we need to win the next challenges, or are we thinking longer term where he could be one of our votes?
My closest ally would be Rachel, just because she reports to me for everything, and she's always giving my opinion. She isn't really going to other people without my permission, it seems like, which is exactly what I want.
I'm actually thinking more long term. Everybody else is thinking about, like, we want to win our next challenges, but I'm just trying to think of what will get me the furthest, because I want to make it to the merge. I think I have really good chances once I get there, but I just need to strategize like how I can survive on this tribe.
I was hoping to work with Brent and Kyle and have them and work with them to save me, but they also have been pulling everyone off to the side, so I feel like I can't trust them, and I don't really know anyone else in this tribe very well.
My thoughts are that we can't keep losing challenges. And I think
that's what we were just talking about. Like, do we put out Chris right now, or do we keep him because he could be a vote later on?
He's a fucking puppy dog. I can do whatever. I know. Connor and Rachel, I really don't trust them at all. I watched both of their seasons, and I don't want them to make it to the merge. You know, so that it's been interesting.
I could trust Connor and Rachel.
Wow. It'll be Rachel, because she is so tight with Taylor, and I just, to be honest, I don't trust her. And I think that Connor might be more of an asset in challenges to us than Rachel.
I know neither of you have a real reason to totally trust me right now, but, you know, and that was obviously not my challenge. I can be an asset down there.
You're totally trustworthy. That's for sure. I saw your season.
Yeah. I mean,
and I think that it's all a matter of knowing how long you can trust someone before you have to cut them before they get rid of you.
All right, Shua, welcome to your first tribal council. We'll talk about the challenge here in a minute, but first of all, welcome back. As you guys know from your original season, this is not a place you want to be at Tribal Council, but it is the reality of the game. And if you want to be the sole all-star survivor, you're going to have to survive a bunch of these. So Chris, what's it like for you coming back 4 years since you originally played this game?
It's way different. I've done a lot of growing up lately, and yeah, I don't think I've annoyed nearly as many people over the years.
Brent, you won the first season. Have you seen the game evolve at all from the first time you played it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when I first played, there were no hidden immunity idols. Not everyone was as excited to be there, but I think everybody here is we're all here to play the game. Everybody's ready.
Bryce, what do you think of the tribe that ended up coming together after Brent and Taylor did their little mix-up? How do you feel about these guys?
They don't suck too bad.
Not too bad though, just a little bit. Rachel, what do you think about your tribe?
I think we're really good. I think we balance each other out really well, but I don't know, we all have our weaknesses and stuff, but we have our strengths too.
So how much does what you guys did in the past and the past relationships you have come into play? I mean, we have Connor. You voted off Shandy 2 years ago. What's that like, Connor?
I would appreciate if you didn't bring that up. I think a lot of us understand, not even understand, but like they want to play a different game, and it's obviously I don't have the best rep coming into this.
What about you, Maggie? You voted off Rachel.
I think, like Connor said, ultimately it all comes down to this game, not previous games, so we can't rely on our previous opinions of people going into things like Tribal Council.
Chris, I have to bring it up. You were struggling with the knots. What was happening out there?
Every time that I started to try and tear through a knot, it would fray into 10 spots. And that made 10 more tangles and made it so much more difficult. And I know that that's the real reason we lost.
So how do you come back from that then? What do you do when you go back to camp? Do you apologize? What case do you make for yourself?
I was seriously considering getting down on my knees in tears begging them.
Do you think that strategy would work on you, Shandy?
No, probably not. I need something more game-based.
Well, it is time to cast the first vote. One by one, you'll make your way to the voting confessional. Write down the name of the person you want voted off, hold it up, say something, put it in the urn, come back and sit down. It is time to vote. Bryce, you're up first.
Hey Chris, sorry, but you're kind of the weakest buffalo.
As much as I wanted you to stay in to benefit me in the long run, looks like I have to appease everyone else for a little bit, and you are the collateral, so I apologize.
I'm not stupid. Have a nice life.
I'll tally the votes. Once votes have been read, the decision is final. That person will have to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Chris. Second vote. Brent. That's one vote Brent, one vote Chris. Chris. That's 2 votes Chris, 1 vote Brent. Chris. That's 3 votes Chris, 1 vote Brent. Chris. That's 4 votes Chris, 1 vote Brent. first person voted out of Survivor All-Stars, the Crazy Mountains, Chris. Chris, I need you to bring me your torch. Chris, tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Leave us. Seems like that first vote off is pretty easy for you guys. I can assure you the votes won't always be that simple. Why don't you grab your torches and head back to camp? We'll see you at the next challenge. Next time on Survivor, Connor tries to up the game at Shua.
Like, we have a lot of season 1 people, and a lot of season 1 people apparently weren't the biggest strategists. So it's like, when I like say, hey, let's go talk, they're kind of look at me with like, whoa, what is that? And it's like, it's how you play Survivor.
And I'm starting to trust Connor, which I don't know if these are going to be like famous last words.
While Darren's lead brings the morale up even higher at Hishe.
Also, kind of part of my strategy is just being as, you know, as goofy as I can be, kind of take over the Joker role. Everyone dance!
Create a fire.
Well, first off, I probably could have had better not untying skills. That definitely would have helped me out some. I was overconfident in my skills in that area, and it cost us a challenge. I actually voted for Brent because I knew I was going. I thought I could trust a couple of the people from my own season. Obviously, I couldn't trust the two I was stuck with here.